Hello my Wolfpack and welcome back to another episode of our Pokemon Competitive Guide video. So today we're covering Celesteela. Obviously Steela in Generation 7 was an absolutely huge Pokemon. If you played Draft League, there was a guarantee that this was going in like the first 5 rounds. It was probably one of the best Pokemon in the game at that point that wasn't banned, and it has amazing stats. So it has base 101 in its attack stat, obviously meaning it can use its attack. Base 103 in its defense, and base 101 in its special defense, meaning it can wall a lot of different Pokemon, and then base 107 in its special attack, meaning it can run a special attacking set as well. Now, it is possible to run a mixed set with Celesteela. I personally don't like running mixed sets, but if you want to run a mixed set for any reason, you definitely can. Obviously, you can just create a hybrid of some of the sets that I'm going to go through today, and that would work for you. But personally, I don't like running it too often, but you can always give that a go if you wish. Now, Celesteela is let down by its speed at base 61, but with those defenses, it can live a lot of hits. And unfortunately, in Generation 8, it has seen a lot of counters kind of appear against it. There are a lot of strong Electric-type Pokemon that are around at the minute, so a lot of Rotoms can deal with it. You've got things like Zero Aura that can deal with it. Regieleki can kind of deal with it as well. So there's lots of different things that can actually deal with Steela nowadays. But today I've got 3 sets. Before we get started, if you could scroll down, click that like button, also subscribe if you haven't done so already. I would really appreciate it because it really helps me out. So, first set I've gone for is a Life Orb set, and I've combined this with the Leech Seed to allow you to kind of mitigate the damage that you take from the Life Orb. That Leech Seed allows you to get a little bit of health back every turn, and it occasionally will force the opposing Pokemon to switch. In fact, I see more often than not the opposing Pokemon will switch out on the first turn because they don't want their Pokemon dwindling down, and if they do keep their Pokemon in, they are still going to be dwindling down from that Leech Seed, so you're going to get a little bit of health back every turn, and if they switch out, they're going to bring in a different Pokemon, you're going to get a free turn of attack. So Leech Seed can work really nicely, it can be really helpful, you get the healing ability of it as well, and with naturally high defenses, it means that you can potentially live more hits than before. And then I've gone for attacking moves here, so I've gone for Earthquake, powerful ground type attack, and hits a lot of different Pokemon, including things like electric types and fire types, which you are both weak to. Body Slam, which is a powerful normal type attack, and it can also paralyze the opposing Pokemon. Now, obviously, paralyzing the opposing Pokemon slows them down, so it halves their speed, which means you might end up outspeeding them, and it also has the chance to fully paralyze them, because obviously the paralysis, and that full paralysis allows you to potentially get a free turn of maybe Leech Seed recovery, or a free turn of attacking on them and getting damage off on them, so it can definitely work in your favour. I think it's a 30% chance to get the paralysis from Body Slam, but it feels like 70. I feel like more often than not you get the Body Slam paralysis, which is kind of crazy. And then finally gone for a stab move in Heavy Slam. Now this does rely on you being heavier than the opposing Pokemon, but in most cases you are, so it does work quite nicely, and is just a strong steel type attack, boosted by stab, so it can hit really hard. EVs, max HP, max attack, adamant nature, some more attack, less special attack, and 4 EVs and special defense. Now with this, your beast boost is going to go into the attack stat, which is what you want. If you knock out a Pokemon, you definitely want to go to +1 in your attack stat rather than any other stats in this case. So that's what I'd recommend for this first Steela. The second Steela, I have gone for a Autotomize set. So Autotomize is a fantastic move. It doubles your speed. It's kind of like agility. It does cause you to lose a lot of your weight though, so you can't really use Heavy Slam. You lose 100 kgs or something. Is it? I think. Yeah, you lose 100 kgs, which obviously is going to cause some problems if you're going for Heavy Slam, because it's going to reduce the effectiveness of it. So what I'd recommend if you're going for Autotomize, possibly going for a special set or going for a physical set where you might not have a steel type move, because I don't think it learns Iron Head. At least when I checked, I didn't think it did. It does learn Iron Head, so scratch that, you can just go Iron Head instead. But Autotomize to double your speed from 221 to 442, that allows you to outspeed the vast majority of Pokemon. And then you've got 3 moves here: Air Slash, powerful flying type attack, boosted by stab, hits a lot of different Pokemon. Flash Cannon, Steel type attack boosted by stab. Obviously Steel types are one of the best typing in the game. They hit things like Fairy types, which are very common, and also things like Rock types for super effective damage, and even Ice types for super effective damage as well. And finally, Flamethrower just to cover a few more different types. So for example, things like bug and grass types, which you already have coverage for, or other steel types as well. But it's just got a good coverage set there in general. I put leftovers on this just to allow you to heal yourself up a little bit every turn. You could again go for Life Orb. You could go for any kind of a berry if you wanted to. But yeah, those are kind of the options you really have. Maybe even like Red Card or something to get rid of any Pokemon that's causing you some grief. EVs, max special attack and max speed with a modest nature, so more special attack, less attack, and 4 EVs in special defense. This allows for you to get your beast boosts into special attack. Obviously, if you've got double your speed, you can take out Pokemon and get +1, +2, +3, for example, if you keep on taking out Pokemon. And the more pluses you get, the more Pokemon you're going to be able to take out very quickly, because obviously the higher your special attack is, the more damage you're going to do. So that could work really nicely with this set. And then moving on to the third Steeler, I've gone for a Meteor Beam set. Now, unfortunately, there is not really a good way to Dynamax Celesteela, but it is a Celesteela, so it doesn't need to Dynamax. And I've gone for Meteor Beam here. Meteor Beam, powerful Rock-type attack, and it can be powered up with the Power Herb to get you that +1 in your special attack on the first turn, and then on your Power Herb activates, and it gets the Meteor Beam to activate straight away on that first turn. Now, at that point, Meteor Beam does become more or less useless. You can try and use it. You can get another one in your another plus in your special attack, and then you can hit some damage on an opposing Pokemon. But it is a 2-turn attack at that point, so your opponent can then predict what you're going for because they see that you got the +1 in your special attack, and they'll go into something that's probably not going to take much damage from the Meteor Beam. So that's just something that you need to consider. You could potentially go with it, but at the same time, it might not necessarily work. And then I've gone for Flash Cannon, powerful steel type attack boosted by stab. Giga Drain allows you to get some health back because you probably will end up taking some damage at some point because you are very slow, and it hits things like water types super effective damage, or rock types and ground types are super effective damage, especially if someone's trying to use gravity, for example. Not that I've ever seen a gravity strat, but I think it's definitely a strat that you could be aware of, especially in more draft league scenarios where you have like the specific techs. And then Flamethrower just again for a coverage move to hit a variety of different Pokemon. EVs, max HP, max special attack with modest nature, so more special attack, less attack, and 4 EVs in special defense. That's pretty much all for Celesteela. It kind of can run a few different ways, but it's all very similar in the same different ways. You can run more like defense or special defense to allow it to wall different things. If you're transferring it, you can have toxic on it to allow you to start racking up damage on things. It doesn't get access to anything like Roost though, so it doesn't heal up. But if you wanted to go for like the toxic set, you do obviously need to do that in things like Draft League, where you don't need the Battle Ready symbol. But if you need the Battle Ready symbol for things like tournaments, or I think VGC does it as well, then you won't be able to because it's transferring the move, and Battle Ready doesn't allow transfer moves. Anyways, that is all for Celesteela, so I hope you've enjoyed this. If you have, please do like, subscribe, and comment. Let me know what you think down in the comment section below. Anyways, I'm out of here, so have a good one, and I'll see you soon.